Hello, I'm Black Cat and welcome back to Greenlands. This is the first episode in probably about a month, if not a little bit longer. The reason for that is I was unlucky enough to catch COVID, so I was completely unable to do any work whatsoever. And that included playing on a PlayStation, which obviously isn't work. So yeah, it's been a bit of a weird time. Not been on Farming Simulator much whatsoever. So we'll get straight back into it. And today's job, or there's going to be two jobs basically, is going to be to clear the two grass fields of the silage bales and then to get some fertiliser down on the grass ready for the summer cut. You'll also notice, I think when, I haven't watched the last video that I did, but I'm sure the last video was mid-spring. Oh, that was close. It was mid-spring. I jumped ahead a day because basically there was going to be nothing to do. The silage bales wouldn't be ready. I wasn't going to put fertiliser around the bales, and obviously our arable field that isn't ready. So yeah, jumped ahead a day, and we're now in early summer. And you'll have seen when you first came on, or when the video first started, that all the fields started to go on to the next stage. So what we need now is a front loader. I know this tractor's around, for what I remember, 85 horsepower. So we'll try this one, 5,400. We'll buy that. And seeing as we're just going straight to the BJ, we'll use a pallet fork because we're going to need one anyway. So that's for 800. I'm also down 5,000 from the last video as well, because I needed to buy one of the MT9s just to measure the silage bales and obviously for crops as well. So that brings us down to 30,332. And given the fact that I'm going to need to buy a bale trailer now as well, and a combine soon, and a trailer to transport the crop, we're really going to be struggling. So now that that's attached, we'll pull forward. And for a bale trailer, where are we at? Bale and technology. So there's the refurbished flatbed for 8,250, or this old bale trailer, which you can put planks on. I don't think that one's as big. I don't think it gives a measurement though. It doesn't, but it doesn't look as big. That's pretty much it, unless I go into the trailers and customize one. I think I've got 14 bales to go on, so we'll go this one. If I remember, UK is closer to this end. Yep, there it is. We'll just have the front bit on, so that's 8,690. We'll buy that. I suppose just as a recap as well, we've got, as far as leasing goes, we've got the baler and the wrapper still leased, and I'm going to keep that leased until we get the second cut. So we'll get these back to the farm and then start getting the bales stacked up. I suppose when we go to the BGA as well, give us a chance to see some more of the map, which I know, well, I'm quite conscious that we haven't done much of really. It's just been from the shop to our farm, or small holding, I suppose. That's our crop of oats, just waiting for that to be ready to harvest, which, like I said, I've never used 3-day seasons, so I'm not sure whether that'll be the same way. It'll be a sort of early autumn, not sure. Right, I'll pull around into the middle. Drop that off. And then we'll start stacking. Which, I'll tell you now, with round bales, I'm not great. As you can see in the bottom there, it's turned to silage. I think it turned overnight, sometime overnight. Right, that's the first one on, and I think we may as well time lapse the rest. So, I'll speak shortly. Okay, so this is going to be the last of the bales. I think the time lapse was a little bit longer than what I thought it was going to be. I normally like to keep it around 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, something like that. I think, if I remember, that's probably around about 13 minutes. The reason for that, and I don't want to keep mentioning it, is just the turning circle on this tractor. It made it really difficult. Obviously in tight spaces, just all the different corrections that you had to make. Like I said previously, I'm not great at stacking round bales regardless, but it made it really difficult. And I like this tractor in so many different ways as well, and there's actually one close to me on a farm that's probably less than half a mile away. In fact, probably about a quarter of a mile away. So I do like it. It's just, it's so difficult in tight spaces. or when you're having to do those little corrections when you get to the trailer. So I don't know, it might be something we have to look at changing. I know there's a gate leading from the other field, but from what I remember from the first few videos, it's extremely tight getting out. So just have a quick look at the map, but from what I remember, the BJ's turn right and then straight ahead. So yep, there it is. The first time we'll go and have a look at this area. You've got to love that stacking, don't you? So here we go, first time past the shop. Never been this direction before. I'll keep it in third person like this, you can see some of the views. There's one of the main farms over to the left there, which I think is actually the main farm, right in the middle of the map. It's something like in between 600, 700,000 or so. I don't think we're going to be getting that one anytime soon. It's a sign for it here, is it? Yep, Greenlands farm. Just while we're at the top of the hill here, you can see a lot of the fields. See, the traffic's as patient as ever. I'm sure I read somewhere that the traffic's going to be slightly changed for FS22. Which I hope is the case, because I don't think it's too far off it either. It's just little things like that. When you're trying to manoeuvre and then they move closer to you. Just keep panning around. Really is a nice map. There's just so many different maps to play on. This, on the outset, seems like an absolute perfect map that I would love to, well, throw a lot of hours into, and I do throw a lot of hours in when I start a map. Hundreds and hundreds of hours, but for whatever reason, whether I've just been on different ones or what, I've just never got round to playing this one. So this looks like place here. Just gonna have to block. There's another car going into the back of us there. I haven't actually been here yet, so I don't know. It looks like you're gonna have to put them in ourselves. I'll do a pass to see if you can, but it looks like we're going to have to unload them ourselves. Yep. Just get all these straps off. This is where those little corrections really show up. Right. I'll do this. Well, I'll do this off camera, and then we'll come back because I'm conscious of how long the video's got on. I don't think we're going to get to fertilising the fields on this one. I'll do this off camera, and I'll come back at midnight when we due the payment. Okay, so we back. All the bales are in the BGA. I know I said just before I went that I was going to come back at midnight with the price. However, I'm conscious that we're on 3-day seasons, and I want to get that fertiliser down with it only being 10:15 in the morning. I want to get the fertiliser down on the grass. So it'll mean it's a little bit of a longer episode than normal, but it needs to be done, really. And I don't want to wait for the next episode for the money for the BGA to come through. Just gives us a chance to have another look, I suppose. I mean, that view up there in particular looks fantastic, doesn't it? I think, regards the tractor, for things like this, for a road tractor or using it just for the ploughing or the cultivating, I think it'll be absolutely fine, but the front loader, I think we might have to look to pot into a different tractor. How I'm going to afford that different tractor is another matter, but I think that's something we're going to have a look at. I know I've kept it in third person view all this. I'm just sort of trying to get used to the whole feel of it again. I can't remember in the last videos as well if I had the help panel open or not and the map open. I normally don't have them open, but I think just for this one we're going to keep it how it is. So we'll leave that there for now. And we'll get the spreader hooked up. Yep, already got fertiliser in. So this won't take long at all, really. Looks like it's going to take a couple of applications of it though. I must have fertilised it last time, surely. But it's really low, isn't it? I'm just not sure when the next growth stage is going to be, whether it's going to be early autumn possibly. So I'm not sure when we'll be able to get another lot of fertiliser on it. And I don't know if you've been watching, but it's taken next to nothing to do. So it's not going to cost much to keep fertilising it. As long as I don't bang into telephone poles. So the next episode, it's early summer now. I'm not sure what we would have to do with midsummer, because this second cut isn't going to be ready, and the crop isn't going to be ready. So it might be that for this first season we just jump through. So we go into late summer. Because I don't really want to be doing contracts. Although on previous maps I have done contracts, it's a really easy way to make money, isn't it? And it's not something I particularly like to do now. Just because it makes the maps too easy, basically. Right, it's not showing up on a mini-map, but I think there was another little bit. Just there it is. It might not take it though. Yep, it's recognising it. So we'll get that done. Is this one classed as a field as well? Yep. It's not with. I'm just going to turn, yeah. Right, we'll quickly get this one done, then that's us done for the day. This bit here, it does seem perfect for something like a yard extension or to put some animals in. Whether that's the route we go down or look to get enough money to buy one of the other established farms, we'll have to wait and see. Either way, I think that's a couple of seasons down the line. Just one more pass of that middle bit, then I think that'll be us done. So, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll be back next time like I said, it might be late summer, but I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.